Hi, this is Chris Klein, Director of Butterfly Ridge. As several of you know, at the beginning of every month we do a transect, a butterfly transect, where we document every single butterfly that we see. And yesterday was our May of 2023 transect, saw 25 butterflies, which I know doesn't sound like much, but believe it or not, for May, that's actually a little bit above average. An average May, we get about 20 butterflies. Now, there was a couple that was walking the trail while I was walking the trail doing the transect. They reported that when they got back to the nature center, they had seen one butterfly. And so the question begs, okay, how did I see 25 and they only saw one? Okay, well, I'll be honest with you, the first time I walked the little loop around this clearing that's next to our tree house, I saw 0 butterflies. Okay, and I knew that couldn't be right. So what I did, I walked up here. You can see my bench right there. Okay, I walked up here and I sat down on the bench, and I sat here for, I don't know, a good 5 or 6 minutes and just kind of let nature come to me. And while I was sitting here, I saw 4 swallowtails, 3 tigers, and a spicebush swallowtail. And I think there actually might have been a 4th tiger. It was hard to tell because this one guy, he would fly from one side of the canopy to the other side and stir somebody up, and they'd have their little battle, and then somebody would go on the other side and stir somebody up. So it was hard to keep track of how many people were being stirred up, whether it was 3 or 4, but still. I saw those 4 just because I sat down and observed what was going on around me. And then I continued with the transect, hit the other areas, got almost all the way back to the nature center and realized I had skipped an area. So I actually had to backtrack all the way back around. And so I came back through this clearing 15-20 minutes later. And don't you know, right here on this corner, the very first corner you come to, 2 more species that I had not seen my first trip through. Okay, so I added 2 more species in this clearing. And then, believe it or not, just as I've been talking with you on this video, I've seen yet another species that I did not document yesterday. That was an eastern-tailed blue. So the point is, things can change drastically, butterfly activity-wise, in a matter of just a few minutes. Okay, so you just can't walk through a space and say, oh, there's no butterflies there. Okay, there might be lots of butterflies there, just in that particular snapshot of time they're not presenting themselves. So what are some techniques? How was I able to see 25 and that other couple could only see 1? What were some of those techniques I was using? Well, first off, I take it slow. Okay, I was out on that transect almost 2 hours. Okay, and basically I just walked the trail out and then walked the trail back. Most people who come here maybe spend 45 minutes on the trail. Once again, I take things slow. Secondly, I took a seat on the Group W bench there and just kind of waited for nature to come out of the woodwork to me. We got lots of benches out here on the property, and they're not just for if you're tired, okay? They're actually to sit down and be able to observe what's going on around you, because when you're out walking, that's hard to do. Another trick that turned out handy, like I said, that initial snapshot of time, you don't always see what's totally going on. So you make another trip back through, okay? Go someplace else and then come back. And then finally, a little trick that a lot of folks don't really know to use, I look for shadows, okay? A lot of the tiger swallowtails I saw yesterday, I did not see the butterfly first. What I saw was his shadow hitting the ground. It was a much sunnier day yesterday. I saw a shadow hitting the ground, and then I looked up and saw the butterfly. So you gotta look for shadows. Okay, that's a nifty little trick that you learn over time as well. So like I said, there are these little tricks that you can use to see more butterflies. Just don't rely on that one trip through when you're rushing through. Okay, take your time, have a seat, observe what's going on around you. observe what's going on the ground around you, and you'll have a much better butterfly experience. And so feel free to come out to Butterfly Ridge, check out our butterfly experience. Feel free to practice those strategies I just gave you. And so in the meantime, bye.